Tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio, dropping knowledge in the studio you already know.
No, I want to hear your story.
Okay, my story is okay.
Like, where
Go
you?
in, Madball.
I'm Jamaican born. I'm born in Jamaica.
Oh, you from Jamaica?
I'm from Jamaica, yeah.
Wow.
Kingston, Jamaica.
Kingston.
So you're a Rastafarian. You're a Rastafarian.
Yeah, but okay, that's a star right there. Actually, when I came to America, I didn't meet JT and Uzi and the whole crew till I was in 10th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade.
Okay, and what high school?
And we all were actually in high school. We all went to the same school together. You know what I mean? So that's how we kind of like, and we all lived in the same neighborhood. That's another thing. We all lived in the same neighborhood.
Okay. What high school was there? What's your alma mater?
Miami Norland High School.
Okay. Oh, Norland. Okay.
Yeah, we all went to Norland High School. So let me see now. Debonair and drugs. They actually moved down from their family moved down from New York, and they actually came to the. So that's how we kind of met up with those guys. That's how we met. Like initially met each other from that's connection from there.
Okay. And Big Ram.
And Big Ram, he went to school with us. Homie from the school, neighborhood, everything. Mm-hmm. See, we was all homies before the music. You get what I'm saying? We was
so
what made y'all like?
So y'all was already homie before the music. So what made y'all transition to the music?
All right, JT, he was really like the one that really rapped like in the beginning when it all started out. I was actually back then. I used to DJ. I had all the DJ equipment and everything, so I used to just do the parties, and he'll get on the mic and just kick a couple lines here and there, a song or something. Like when we used to do house parties. But he the one actually was really like was really serious and really like loved the art of it and everything. Then Debonair, they came down from New York. Debonair, he also, was very nice of what he was doing. And we just actually actually we all in school. So, once they kind of know that, okay, JT raps, we got these other cats that came down from New York. They go to school with us now. We kind of, linked up with them some kind of way, you know what I mean? And, they actually just took it more serious. I mean, I was getting money from the streets, man. I wasn't really like, after a while, I wasn't really paying that shit no attention after a while, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I was getting street money. We always getting some money anyway, but that was my main focus, the street money anyway, you know what I mean? The rap shit, JT would do that, he'll handle all that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, as far as that.
Now, I heard, and I don't know if you can correct me if I'm wrong, I heard that JT Money and Debonair and all y'all got discovered at a talent show.
Yeah, all right. Well, it was like a gong show, right? It was like a gong show. Mm-hmm. Like, at the club, they'd be like, all right, you get $150 for the rap, sing, joke, whatever you had to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was a club in Miami. It's called Big Daddy's, 8600. Mm-hmm. And what we used to do is, it used to be like a Tuesday night, I think it was, like they used to have it maybe like 2 or 3 in the morning. The show get on, but it's like we're not even old enough to get in the club. You know what I mean? So, but it's a Tuesday night. We got school in the morning. We don't got no business even in that area. You know what I mean? So it's like we got stolen car. The car we got is a stolen car. You know what I'm saying? So we all the way over. I'm just telling you how it is. We got a stolen car.
Yeah.
We always kept a little stolen car anyway. Before we kind of got our own little cars. But during that time, we ain't had no car. Ain't nobody had no car. Couldn't get the mom's car. They weren't having that shit. But anyway, because we supposed to be home, get ready to go to school in the morning, you know what I mean? So we way over there on the other side of town trying to get them couple dollars. And what we usually do is like at a certain time in the club, it gets real crowded. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the door, the line and everything. So what we'll do, we'll create some type of eruption at the front just to be able to get the security them going like fight. And they run out the door. Trying to see what's going on with us, going on outside, and then JT or somebody get to sneak in. Mm-hmm. So once they get in the club, we get like, because we was small. We always been small. So once we try to get in the club, and somebody actually get in the Gong Show, we'll try to get JT to get in or Debonair to get in. And then once one of them get in the show, we'll just try to win the money. Because always trying to get the $150, whatever it was that night, So what happened is the DJ for 2 Live Crew, Mr. Mix, he was inside the club that night. And the night they came in there and they saw JT and Debonair performed it. That's rap, on an instrumental, just a regular track, somebody track, whatever. I don't remember what track. They saw them do their thing, beats, like some original tracks.
Yeah.
So, and the rest is history, man. Once they went down, they heard him, and he kind of just made the tracks, and they just put it together. As far as the music itself,
And that was
Go ahead, I'm just thinking.
And did y'all go into Poisonous Mentality, which is the first album?
Nah, Too Low Life was the first album.
Oh,
the one we just Too Low Life was our first album, where it's more like Debonair and Drugs. Debonair and JT. The first album, right? And for the second album, we kind of had, it was some problems like with the financial part with the record company, and then Debonair didn't want to continue. He was just like, nah, man, Luke ain't playing fair with the bread.
And that's where Home Team came in.
Right. Because he was like, he didn't want to do that no more because he felt like Luke was already taking so much money. We wasn't getting our right fair share of money, then put it that way.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to continue doing that. So he kind of left. Like, he's going to do some other shit somewhere else. So that's how that came in. And then the Poisonous Mentality, that's what you kind of heard, like, me and Uzi and Ram. Because that's what happened is it was like we had the album was already finished. The Poisonous album was finished with only JT and Debonair. It's an album, they did a whole album, but the business part didn't get did. So we had to kind of do it over. And we redid it over with all of us on it, as far as with our voices. I mean, we wasn't really like, we were just getting started, getting our foot wet to see, dealing with the music. Because like I said, it was really mainly JT and Debonair. And so
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, because I want to say let's flashback a little bit. How do you guys meet Luke? Did y'all meet him at the club or?
No, remember Lucas, Two Live Crew was signed to Luke Records. So when we got the car from the DJ from Two Live Crew, he's already with Luke. That's like, you know what I mean? Luke already, that was a company that Luke was on with Two Live Crew. So when he met us, he said we'd go down to see Luke, come down to the company. So.
Now let me ask you a question. Now when so I rarely I didn't start hearing you started rapping to after Poisonous Mentality, but then when did that transition into a Rough Town Mob with you and Uzi? Because that's when I heard y'all was really like y'all was going off. Y'all had like that whole album. Y'all had like a West Coast type down south feel on that one.
Right. What happened was after we finished Poisonous Mentality album, I got in trouble, so I had to go do a bid. So I was gone for like 3 years. So I was gone. I was locked up. And then when I came out, we did Straight Zooism album. That was the album after Poisonous Mentality. And me and Uzi decided that we was going to just do a project together, this Rough Town Mob. So that's how that came in the picture. Because when I got out, I had like so much material that's ready to go. I was just ready to go. I had like, and so like, I'm like, after we did the Poison Clan album, I'm like, man, let's just do a Rough Town Mob album. So we just kind of kept working.
And where did the term Rough Town Mob came? Because I remember hearing that back in the days. Is that what they used to call Miami?
Right, Rough Town. Yeah, that's Rough Town. And we just actually add the mob on it because we just, but it was just, Miami's just Rough Town. Also Rough Town, period. You can just use that.
Wow, I never even heard that before. So it was just like only certain part of Miami that was rough, or the whole city itself was rough?
It was just Rough Town. It's the city of Miami. You know what I mean? It's all split up in different areas, but it's just like, it was just the same as for the whole city, It's Rough Town. It was rough. It was just, I think we just did that during the Bush era when everything was real tight. I don't know if you remember that era.
Yeah, I remember that vividly. I'm up there. Yeah, I remember that. I'm over 40, so let me ask you a question, Matt. I have a couple of questions because what is it with so JT Money always have these punchlines about you throughout most of his music, and I always wonder what was that all about.
The punchlines about okay.
Like I remember one, knock his mad like ball.
Right, because
You said where they come from?
Yeah.
I think because like, okay, within the crew of all of us, we all have different relationships with each other. You know, we all good. We all homeboys from day one and everything. But even within the crew of us, some of us have different. We all have a different relationship with each other. And I think me and JT, we always had a very good relationship from jump. Meaning, like, when it goes to the street shit, when it comes to the chicks, and just whatever we did, we more connected because at the end of the day, I don't know if you knew this, so you probably didn't know this information. Yeah. JT, he actually is the youngest one of all of us.
Wow.
JT was like the baby.
So
you might see he looks older and everything, but he's the baby.
I would have thought he was older.
Nah, he's actually the baby of us. So imagine we coming up, and he's a young one, but he's thorough. You know what I mean? But we was an older one. So it's like at the same time we still learning from each other, but he was the baby though. So we kind of more
his older brothers.
Right, in some extent, but we still, yeah, to some extent. So I think that came from a lot of those.
Because I could have swore you and him was like brothers or something. Because if every other like certain songs, he always have a Madball reference in.
Right. I think that's where that came from, though, because we were real tight. We still tight. I talk to him like on a daily, like as now. You know what I mean? So it's the same. You know what I mean? From
So when did y'all stop doing the whole music? Like, not saying y'all stopped because I know y'all still together, but is this not like how? Because I remember there was a period of time it stopped being Poison Clan, and he had went to Atlanta to go do the whole thing with Dallas Austin.
Right. One time we kind of like I don't want to say we broke up, but we just kind of went our own ways and just kind of like, and I think even like so after the fact. Like this, thinking about it years after now and everything, you know, just questions. I think that we've been so tight from high school. Like when I say tight, it was just like we together every day, bro. We doing everything together from before the music, doing the music, we touring, we doing. It's like we never really got a chance to just. I don't want to say be by ourselves, but just kind of like just live our own life without each other. Everybody was we always did everything together, like New Edition type shit. But in real life, like these niggas is always together.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, we live in the same neighborhood, so we gonna play basketball together. We going to the parties, we doing it together. The music together. Everything we always done together. It was like the same set of niggas. It's just us, and it was like, if we fighting it, we hustling, whatever we doing is them. It's just a crew of niggas who always hang together, and we always doing it. We then just like when we doing the music, it was just like, damn, it's some same niggas who over here. Now they on stage over here doing this. Now they on tour. It was just kind of crazy. Now they hustling, they doing this, they doing. It was kind of crazy. So I kind of think when we got older and started having kids and this and that, you know what I mean? It kind of like, and then it was like, okay, now we got to really focus on the money. From the music, and then the money from the music wasn't coming in enough, I don't think, to matter. You know, everybody comfortable. You know what I mean? Like everybody be comfy as far as with the money from it. Because I kind of like left the street alone. I'm like, well, the streets kind of got crazy, so I'm all thinking about money from the music. Then, period. So it's like we kind of split it up for a minute. Everybody doing their own thing though. So.
Do you feel like y'all splitting up was a good idea, economically wise?
It's probably, I think it's good for the better because, I mean, it is what it is right now. But at the end of the day, it's like everybody get to kind of have their own people, like their own fans or their own people who like Madball, who like JT, who like Uzi, who like Debonair. So we kind of like, now we could get them our own music or just like if Uzi was your favorite, just you like his voice or his delivery or whatever it is, it give you opportunity to hear a lot of him, more of him then. Because, you know, JT is I would say like the LeBron James of the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he win, we all win. It doesn't matter if we together or we're not together. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it because we're the team regardless. But at the same time, it's like, sometimes you might want to get that dude off the bench. Like, man, you put that nigga in. I want to see go drop two of them 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying? Just for the game purpose. You know what I mean? But I think everything happened for a reason, man. And end of the day, it's we are together still as brothers, as a
And that,
unity. Anyway.
that's a beautiful thing because I know over the years I see many pictures of y'all always reuniting and stuff like that.
Right.
Now let me ask you a question. Why is it that a lot of the new generation Miami rappers, and I want to say that why is it that Poison Clan name don't get brought up enough? Because for let's be honest, y'all started this whole shit, and I sometimes I feel like y'all don't get y'all just due or respect, with the exception of a couple people. Because I know Mike, I forgot, but the new rapper guy named Mike, the big dude.
Ross?
No, Mike Smith. Mike Smith or
Mike
Mike.
Smith. Mike Smith. Mike
No,
Smith. Mike
because
Smith.
I know he praises y'all all the time. He always talks highly about y'all. But what I mean, I don't hear like a lot of other rappers in Florida like big y'all up the way it's supposed to be. Like as far as just meaning acknowledgement.
I really think because when I think about that, right, I think it's because of we didn't get the mainstream love. And I think the way it is, it's like Publix. Everybody gonna get that Publix cake, but that brownies is the one though in the back that they don't really know about. But they just because they hear about the Publix cake, they go get the one that everybody gonna get for the parties. They just go grab that one and take off. But we like them brownies over there that been holding the the tray down and keep it going, but they just skip over it. So with that being said, I just think that if Poison Clan was more like mainstream, like was more on BET or MTV,
Yeah.
where they could relate to it instead of like most of these rappers, they probably don't know about UGK.
No.
You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
at the
not
same
a lot
time,
of them.
they won't know about that. But they have to get educated because they don't have they're not on the main videos every day and it's like that. And I think
But
with Poison Clan, we didn't get that. We got the love from the street now.
Yeah, most definitely. But listen here, I would expect somebody from Dade or Broward or West Palm to put some respect on your name. Because listen, I was a kid and I know about you. I even went and bought I even went and bought Rough Town Mob. As soon as that came out, I was like, oh shit, they still clicked up, but this is them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and
Right.
I'm speaking for like the Kiddo Marvs, the you know what I mean, like I'm talking. It's a bunch of these dudes that started coming out, and you know what I mean. And I don't feel like homage was being paid enough. And I'm only speaking for Florida as all, because
Right.
you know what I mean. Because y'all had let the groundwork for a lot of people like Trick, Verb to come in. You know what I mean?
Ross.
Ross. You know what I mean. I've never heard him mention your name, and I'm not saying that to be, but I'm just saying like I just wish your name would
They
be.
do. They do. Like, okay, I've seen Ross. Like, I've seen him a couple different times. Like, he have posted where he's riding, listening to some Poison Clan in his truck. I seen that one time on Instagram. I seen him do a show one time, and he had a Poison Clan T-shirt on. They'll do it in their own way, here and there. You know what I mean? Just for maybe for the gram. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's not really. I don't feel like it's okay. For example, we as who we are and everything. Even use JT for example. Like it's like they'll go around instead of come straight through and fuck with a nigga for real. If I fuck with you, you get what I'm saying? Like for example, Cali could have been got JT on one of them songs with whoever it is and just take it to whoever.
Yes.
Real quick. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So I'm just making it easy. That could have been happened. It's the reason why they go around. They don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's, I see it.
So
They even Ross they could do shit if they really want to do shit, bro. But I don't really I don't really knock what they doing because I respect each and every one. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with any one of them how they do their thing, really. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, so
no, definitely. Where's Big Ram at? When did Because when did he like? Did he ever leave the group? Because or it just over time, I just start less and less of different people around y'all.
nah. I just think really after like even the Poison Clan ran, Ram had kids at an early age too, man. So Ram had a few kids and a family and everything that I kind of started out later than Ram. Uzi did. We kind of later, so he was kind of like back and forth. You know what I mean? He wasn't really like committed then because he had to be like, I gotta do this, I gotta take care of that. So
yeah.
So he was there, but not there like there. You know what I mean? But if it was like situation where he needed to be, then he would be there. But you know what I mean? If you didn't hear too much of him because he was more of like, you know what I mean, taking care of other stuff that he had to take care of.
Do you have any favorite artists in Miami that you're listening to now?
I like Mike Smith. I like YD.
Oh, love him from over town.
Right. I got a song with him and Mike Smith. I haven't released it though.
I would love to hear that.
Yeah, I have some music I have a song with them, with me, Mike Smith, and YD on it. Yeah, a real nice track. Real nice. Real nice.
What opinion would you give up and coming artists coming out of Florida or like advice? I mean,
advice. I think, man, it's like you gotta team up with the next hot nigga or the next person, man. Don't be scared to. I mean, we all trying to win, right? But at the end of the day, it's easier for us to win together. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's all like a competition because, you know, everybody's trying to outdo the other person. And that's good. It's just like playing ball. Everybody want to have the, you know, the best shot and, you know, be competitive. And that's how it's supposed to be. But when you team up with that person, you think you just put your team together. Y'all team up. Y'all don't got to hand together. You don't have to be the same clique and this and like everything or disagree, but get together as business, man, and it grow quicker.
Well, my question to you,
go ahead.
No, because my question to you, my dog, because you say we need to come together, but you know Miami is always an issue, especially you growing up in the 90s. Yeah, I have more people supporting each other than it is now. Like Miami is always a hard time for people to come together. And why do you feel like it's always an issue with Miami? Like nobody could never come together.
I think the person in Miami who has the voice that could put it together, they're the one that don't speak. And it's like, okay, for example, if you have just use artist A and artist B, and you being artist E, and you see that, say, man, if them boys get together, it could just go on a whole other level. It'd be better for all of us.
Right.
But A won't go to B and just have the conversation like me and you having a conversation. Let me pull you to the side, dog. And A and B chop it up like how we talking.
Mm-hmm.
It always be them other characters around that not speaking like what we talking like this. And that they gonna keep the edge going like them niggas. And it's like fuck them niggas. Fuck them niggas. It's them, those are dudes. And not say they all bad, they just don't know better. You know what I'm saying? That's what they know, so they gonna come at most situations like, yeah, it's a competition, yeah, fuck them niggas, and we gotta do this, and it's about us, and you know what I mean? So it's like, again, it's like that's where the trees growing from, so like that's how it comes out.
Right.
But if the person with the voice go and say, listen, man, it's just like if we trying to recruit a new person to LeBron team. If LeBron go make that call, it's a different.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If the head nigga make the call, he could make it really happen. But sometimes, I mean, LeBron do what he do. He gonna go call who he want to try to get on that team. Forget about the coach and all them other niggas who can't get to, he gonna go straight to the person himself. Forget about all them managers and all that. LeBron gonna go, you know, if it's all legitimate far as it's okay, but he gonna do it himself. But most of the time with the artists here, it's like we don't get those stand-up type of dudes. They be talented, music be good and everything, but it's like when they get fed a certain type of ego type of juice and a negative type of energy far as everybody else, that's all they come out to be that. And that's not even what the part of the plan be.
100%.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But if we could just network and communicate and just like you said, damn, you hit me and be like, hey man, can you do this? Back, I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Tomorrow, boom, we knock it out. Here we are.
Yeah, and I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Here we are. We ain't had to go through all the run around.
Ooh, Lord G.
Hell, boy.
I already know what y'all got. I already know the job you guys do. I can imagine.
Oh my God! And you know the thing. And you know the thing is, it's a rough road, and we just trying to promote people's stories. You feel me? Because sooner or later, nobody's not gonna like. I see it. I'm noticing year after year, people are not bringing up that old music. You feel
Facts.
me?
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Madball. Like you, JT Money, it's practically that whole Luke catalog is a part of my upbringing growing up here. You know what I'm saying? Dickies, wearing Reeboks. You know what I'm saying? Being on 15, going out there. That was all listening to y'all music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. And did you ever did you and the guys ever know what type of influence y'all had on Miami?
Man, let me tell you something, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
The music, bro, that wasn't even part of the plan, man.
Wow.
When I say, listen, man, I wasn't trying to do no rap shit, man. I wasn't trying to be no rapper. I was in the streets for real, man. Like for real. Like I'm on a whole nother level, bro, in the streets. I'm not even trying to do this shit. The music was for me to where I could have certain money around and be driving certain shit, and I could be like, you already know this from music, but I wasn't making no money from the music. So we was getting money from the street money, real street money. You know what I'm saying? So when you say, and we thought what the music was influencing, because the music was just, man, we go in the studio and we just talk about, we running through these hoes, we just talk about our life. Yeah.
Y'all was just having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was all fun, man. It was just, man, because we was, you know, running through these hoes and we doing this and we talk shit about the hoe, and that was just us as the boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just gonna expose all the shit these hoes do. We get on the mic, and like even the times when you don't hear us rapping. Let me give you an example, right? Let me let you know what Poison Clan was like, make us so unique. Like even when we was even rapping and JT, we'd tell him, not right for him, you know what I mean, but man, talk about this right here. Talk about, you know what I mean? So it's like we put a teamwork together in the back. We don't gotta be there, but we there though. Because we putting out with influence. Okay, remember that story, what happened over here? So we just taking stories out of our life and we just put it into the music. And he just dropping that shit.
And painting it. Now let me ask you a question. There was certain tracks I've heard you spoke patois on it, and I've always ever wondered, have you ever had any other opportunity to bring more of your culture into it, or actually did like a reggae track?
You know what? I never had an opportunity, right, to do that, man. Because what happened is, I was, like I said, I was the only Jamaican in the group, period. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me and everybody, and we young and everything. So it's like, then mostly Jamaican records would be a hook or a little verse here. It wouldn't be more Jamaican. It would just be a piece of it. You know, I caught it to what was selling or what was sell. So I never really got an opportunity to do it full, like, you know what I mean? But, we touch it here and there, just because, I guess because of the connection, as far as with me and just being from Jamaica. And we fought with Jamaicans too, as far as our homies or friends. You know, we got, and the thing about it too, we kind of like dealt with every nationality, all cultures, because we was just all of us in the streets and friends, and everybody. It doesn't matter.
Is it true that Luke was Jamaican?
Yeah. Was he Jamaican? Cause he had like a Jamaican accent.
No, there was a lot of people said he was Jamaican.
No, he has a relative Jamaican, and I think his girl back then was also Jamaican. It wasn't him though. He wasn't Jamaican. No, he's not Jamaican.
But let's talk about the music industry, financial part, because you say most of your money came from the street money, and that you wasn't really making money music from the music side. How come that? Right. Because of the group, the money was split so many different ways.
Nah, because Luke wasn't paying.
hey, you know that
straightforward.
And you know that was the conversation in the whole city. That he said, "You'll be damned to get $1 from Luke." And I've always wondered that.
Nah, he wasn't paying, man. And it's like, so only way that we were surviving. That's why Debonair left the group. So I'm trying to tell you that's on the jump. So that tell you. Go ahead.
Is it true? Because I heard a story that they had came into the studio with man and tore up the studio in tapes and ran out, and it was like they was done.
Who did that?
Debonair.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we came because what happened was Luke was supposed to give us some money for the second album.
Yeah.
And that same Poison's Mentality album. And Luke was doing his bullshit. So we had to go in the studio and went to the office actually. And we had to go get the reels back, the album back. It was all those reels and stuff, and we had dropped it off. So we had to go back in the office to go get that shit up out of there. Because he had the album, we turned it over to him. But we wanted to check. Nah, where the check at? We did the album, you know what I mean? And he wanted to stall and bullshit, so they got pissed off, man. Like, fuck that. They're going back to go get this shit out, and he ain't finna put this shit out. So he went back and took it.
Have you seen Luke in recent days? Like in present times? Like, do you? Yeah. No, Luke.
Yeah. I've seen Luke. Yeah, I seen him. I ran into him a couple of times recently. I see him all the time.
So do we see any new music from y'all coming back? Do y'all think y'all ever gonna come back and put out an album together? You, Deb, and all them?
It's possible, man. But the only thing is, I'm gonna say what it is. I think it's probably what it is. It's just that it's everybody finding that time to do it, man. It's not like, okay, for example, let me give you an example. Let's say Ross was gonna do Poison Clan new album.
Yeah.
Exactly. Got somebody doing it. So what they'll do, they'll put up some money.
Yeah.
Not money for a nigga to go buy them cars and all other shit. It's just money for a nigga undivided attention. Okay, all right, niggas pay up some bills right quick. And now we're in the studio, we working. But it's kind of different to kind of get you to, you know what I mean, to get that time out of everybody right now to put it together. Like, JT got some music getting ready to come out.
I heard you. Yeah, I've been watching. He just dropped the video not too long ago. Yeah.
Yeah, he did a video. He has a stuff that's coming out on his birthday, September 7th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm gonna tell you at the end of the day, man. It's like, and me and him have some tracks together, some recent stuff, some 2020, 2019 stuff.
Okay.
You know, so but the Poison Clan album, it's coming soon, man. We're gonna put it together, man. Because every now and then we get together, this to work.
Man, I think the city needs it, man. They would love to hear something like that to bring the whole gang back together.
Yeah, for reunion, yeah, because that's what Miami need, because we don't even have the old school like that. Because I was gonna ask Madball, how do you feel about the music now? Because back then the music was more generic than it is today.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, man. As far as me doing music and just being old and everything, I mean, to each his own, what we like and what we don't like. But I kind of respect the art of it.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like, that's that bullshit. I try not to be one of them like that. I just feel like this is how he or she or they paint their picture. Mm-hmm. and it's selling. So I can't really, even if I don't like it or it's not my favorite, I still don't hate on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit's selling because somebody's buying it. I can't knock it and say, well, it's like they buying the fake dope. Hey, man, that shit's selling. Or the fake chains are going on right now. Niggas just buying them shits and girls they don't give a fuck. They sweat niggas with the fake links on. Okay, I don't want to be the niggas taking niggas chains off and checking the gold and see if it's real or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe niggas getting by with them shit and old sweat niggas with them shits and it's working. Boy, let it work. You know what I mean? I can't let them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? I look at it more like that because, all right, some of that music, I heard a couple songs here and there what I like of a couple of artists, but I don't be knowing their names are topped until I kind of might ask, who's that right there? In my head. You know what I mean? But it's just music, man. It's different. It is watered down. It's more like just get on the internet and just Google anything and then put the words together and then, like you could turn yourself into a gangster. Just Google some guns and shit. Google some, you know what I'm saying? Some cases and just write about it, and then that's just your story. You could just edit yourself and be anybody you want to be, man. But
facts.
you know,
Let me ask you, in your opinion, why didn't JT Money and Trick did more songs together?
I think it's I think it's an ego thing, man. You know what I mean? I think it's an ego thing. Meaning they both respect each other.
Yeah.
They both respect each other. Both respect each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like they both hold a different titles.
Yep. In Miami.
But in Miami, they both hold different titles. And it's like I'm happy with my title. I'm happy with my title. But if we put the titles together, somebody might have to take an L some kind of way. And I don't think nobody want to be able to take no L's. So I think they just stay away from that shit.
Cause you know the biggest argument that used to go down here like years growing up. A lot of people had wanted to see Trick and JT put out an album together. You know what I mean? Like from one king passing on to the other. Cause you know what I mean? Slip and Slide was a whole totally different new era. And we you know what I mean? Mad people used to wonder why did Trick never like reached out, worked out with JT Money, or even did like a feature in Poison Clan on their music, you know?
Yeah, like I see Trick all the time.
Yeah.
I see Trick all the time. When me and JT together, I'm by myself. And like I said, it's all love. It's all love.
Yeah.
Always been all love. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it's just too, like, again, they'll be in the same room, but like I was just saying about that same conversation.
Yeah.
Either one of them won't say that. Me and you was saying this right here. Me and you have this conversation.
Definitely. Yeah.
But it takes one of them to have that same conversation to the other. A and B needs to just have that conversation right there.
Yeah. But
without nobody spark it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just genuinely feel that way. And they know what that could do. Both of them know what they do. I've heard that before. You ever seen they perform before?
Huh?
Have you ever seen they do a show together like that before? They go back to back.
Yeah. Back in the days. Yeah, listen, when they did Dank, you remember that joint they did? Him and JT did Dank?
Right.
I said,
yeah, I remember that.
I said, yo, if they was to do an album, it'll be crazy. If they was to do an album, it'll be crazy. And you know what I mean? This is cats in the city, over town, Lil Haiti, don't mind me. A lot of people was like, yo, why you guys?
They did a show in Iguanas, where they go back to back each songs.
Wow.
Like Trick do one, Jay do one, Trick, they go back to back, hits for hits. Just like verses. They've done it live on stage. And we could tell them that we could take that on tour right there. When they do that before verses, they were doing that. They have done that maybe like 2-3 different times at different occasions. But they not by I said 2019 or 2018 they did it at Iguanas.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was that was amazing.
No, definitely.
So Mad Dog, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? What do you have planned?
I want to get on the radio, man. I want to get on the radio, man, and just kind of like just be a voice.
I could see that. Like
yeah, I can see that too. You're very laid back, very open minded, and straightforward.
Yeah, I think I could. That's what I would like to do right there. I could see myself on some radio doing something. You know what I mean? Just even dealing with close to the culture of music and everything. You know, but yeah, that's what I would probably like to be at, bro. To be honest with you, man, do some radio. Some type of, even if it's a podcast, some type of, something that makes sense, but something that feel though.
No, I think that'll be a marvelous idea, man.
Yeah, Will, go for it. Hell yeah.
Do you keep in contact with anybody else from Luke Records from that era? Like, do you still talk to anybody from there?
The producer, Poison Clan, Mike Fresh.
Oh yeah. He was the executive producer all the way up until y'all left Luke Records, yeah. And when y'all was on Warlock.
Yeah, he produced it. Yeah, he did. He didn't do the first album. Mr. Mix, the DJ Mr. Mix from 2 Live Crew.
Yeah,
he produced the first album as far as the tracks, but all the other albums was Mike Fresh
and Terry.
Terry did "Shake What Your Mama Gave You."
Oh,
he made that track.
Okay,
nice.
Yeah, and that's him saying, "Shake with your mama again."
Yeah, that's what I was doing right now. So you say shake with your mama again, I'll start bobbing my head.
That
Classic.
Classic, man. Yo, man, I appreciate you taking your time and talking to us, man, and giving us this
Anytime, man. Anytime, man.
Yeah.
We really appreciate, especially for young guys like us. We looked up we looked up to you, Uzi, and everybody coming up. You know.
I appreciate, man, that y'all, you know what I mean, y'all, you know, our, I guess, life been, you know, part of you guys' life, you know what I mean? It's just like,
yeah, because you're a part of Miami, man. Madball, you part of Miami.
Listen. You had just as much influenced me as just as well JT, Drugs, Big Ram to started rapping. I even started rapping, you know what I mean? And coming up. And this is why when, you know, as I got older, I always wondered about y'all, like y'all story, where y'all came from, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Because a lot of people don't know about this. And, you know what I mean? This is something I would and want a kid that's coming up under me, because I put my little nephew on y'all, because, you know, he listens to Lil Uzi and all that. But I try to say, this is what real gangster shit sounds like. You feel me?
Right. And we got to do it like a see, the thing about it, man, it's like we need to do like a DVD or a documentary about Poison Clan.
Oh my, yes.
Fact.
That
you know,
that would be important. I'm even wondering why it never was. Why it never did none.
I don't know. They trying to keep us on the ground, man. I don't know what's going on.
Because there's so much. There's so many intricate parts to it, as far as like who's been involved and stuff like that, which a lot of people still don't even know. I didn't even, because honestly, when you said y'all was from Norland, we was always under the impression y'all was from Liberty City.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know, I say they gotta be from the Beans or something.
Nah, but the thing about it, we used to be everywhere though.
Okay.
You see, it sound okay. You see how it is? Like now, everything is separated.
Yeah,
correct. We rep Miami. We down in the Beans. We on 15. We ain't over town. We on Palaka. We on the streets for real.
Yeah.
Not just riding by and we came through, nigga. We out there on the blocks, smoking, drinking, whatever. We there for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. Plus, again, we was getting money in the streets too. So we in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's not like, it wasn't like we were trying to be territory, like, man, we from over here, man. We from here. But we repping the whole Miami. And then back then, it was different. Miami, we just want to see Miami win. Like, boy, these niggas represent the crib. The whole Miami, so it was love. And every, you know what I mean? Every block, it was all love everywhere.
You see, and I wish we would get back to that now, because it seems like a lot of these young guys, it seems like it's very separated now. You know, these dudes with this gang stuff right now in the Beans.
Right.
Yeah, it's a different type of situation. But yeah, man. And just as a last note, as what would you want people to like take from this, as far as like what was like what Poison Clan should be to them, or what it is to you, as far as
Poison Clan? It was basically, I mean, you can learn a lot. You definitely can understand a lot about the ladies, you know, different from the young ladies. You know what I mean? You will hear speak about a lot of stuff that is true. A lot of times, you know, people might don't want to say or maybe have those conversations, but our music was like a avenue that it speak for people. Like some things, a nigga throwing our shit, he might want to cuss his bitch out. He might go throwing some Poison Clan. I hate hoes ain't me. You know what I'm saying? He use it as a channel. Like, man, I'm gonna just play some Poison Clan. I'm feeling this way, whatever it is. But at the same time, it's like, it was just a part of Miami history, man. And you know, in music, you do at least need to take a second and even understand what it all came from, what it branched off from. As far as even with credit, the credit we get, like even from yourself, you know what I mean? We appreciate it, you know, and this would keep us alive right here, because this is what we was all on, was for you guys.
Yeah.
Because you see, Poison Clan fans, we don't lose no fans.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? We got our own. It's just like it's like we got our own type of pie on that table. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get what they want, they favorite or what they liking now. But Poison Clan fans like Poison Clan.
Yeah.
Type of music, what they talk about. So it's different. So it's not, I don't really see it with competing with Lil Baby right now or Lil Wayne or anybody that's in the mainstream. It's not about even competing with them because it's like all we need is enough for our people to eat.
Facts.
And that's all that matters right there.
Right. Because if I have 100,000 Poison Clan fans all over, I could just sell Poison Clan music, T-shirts, hats, and their support. That's 100,000, and that's nothing. You know what I mean? But it's still something.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know, so that's how I look at it. So, but I respect to each and all do their music, man. I listen to some of that stuff. I like some of it, some I don't. But I mean, I appreciate everything, though. I appreciate you guys and everything, man. Maybe we can link up and get some more stuff, man.
Oh man, definitely.
Well, most definitely.
As soon as we start, because we're building the platform. As soon as we turn this to video, I would love to like film you and talk some more. I just really appreciate you taking your time out to speak to us.
Yes.
Hello.
Right. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, definitely, Madball. Yeah, we going. Is there anything else you want to tell the listeners before we check off?
JT got a new album coming out. Y'all listen out for that. I got some new music myself from release, and y'all just support y'all local artists, man, and what I mean, support each other, because at the end of the day, it's like all we got is us. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. If y'all listen. You see, for Miami artists and music, right? Us to get played in New York and all these other markets, they don't really play our shit.
No.
Out of town. You know what I'm saying? You go to, I'm telling y'all, so y'all listen to me. You go to Atlanta, you go in the clubs, you hear the radio. You're not hearing no shit from no Miami shit. You might hear the Khaled, you might hear Ross here and there, but you're not really hearing nothing from Miami because they got their own sound, their own DJs playing their own thing in the club and they dancing to I'm like, you go there, you hear shit that like I've never heard this song before, and they loose on that shit. But it's they local artists' music. Oh, that's Buddy from over here and Macon, and this is this nigga from Georgia right here. You know what I'm saying? They be their local artists, and the club be jamming to that shit. Down here, we gotta kind of even say get a different concept because you see here, you go in the club, you gonna barely hear somebody from here.
Yep, which is
true. That's facts.
That's all for years.
You're going to barely hear a nigga from Miami. You're going to be, everything else you're going to hear is from out of town.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So until we kind of figure out that shit, it's just like you beating a dead horse. It's hard. You're making it hard for yourself because at the end of the day, nobody's not hearing your music. You pay the DJ, they're going to play it just because you're standing right there. As soon as you move, they're not going to play no more.
You ain't never lied, bro. And
right.
Now, Matt, do you think when they had got rid of pirate radio like Boda Lover in them, do you think when a lot of that stuff starting to get harder for artists to get their music played?
Yeah, of course. Because it's like then they had an avenue where, Boda Lover or Uncle Al or these other different local pirate stations, they get to expose the underground music, the unheard music. But now we only have a few stations here. It's kind of hard for them to get the music out.
Yeah, and DJ Khaled kind of messed that up too when he jammed, and he barely played any local music.
Yes. Khaled he flipped it. Khaled flipped it. He flipped it. Again, you see who get the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's like they pass the ball, they move it another way. They call it audible. You don't know. You know what I mean? But again, this is Miami.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.